So my question is, so I have some Pochettino questions. So before this game, Pochettino he was like, I don't think our team is going to win the league. It'll probably take 10 years for Spurs to match these teams and win the league. So, first of all, you're in third place. You're only at that point, 5-6 points off, right? You have a decent number of games. Right now, they're 8 points off. Before he opened his big mouth, they were only 5 or 6 points off. 5 points off one team, 6 points, and with over 10 games. So you're the coach of a team that wants to win a title, right? Why would you say some shit like that? And it's almost as if he's making excuses for when his team doesn't, which means to me he doesn't believe his team could. And it's like Leicester, and I know it's a different season and a different year, but you're within 5 or 6 points of the top, right? So when Leicester won the league, they believed they could win the league, and they were far from the best team in the league. So again, why would you say this before this game? It's like whose feelings are you trying to spare? Yours, or you don't want the fans to get on you, or why do you make excuses? I don't like coaches who make excuses. And this is why I love Solskjaer, which is what we're going to get to next. Because Solskjaer never makes excuses, and he's had all the chances possible to make excuses, and he hasn't made one yet. I don't like coaches. I don't believe in coaches who make excuses before a game, and coaches who make confusing statements. He's made statements well, winning a domestic trophy is really not that important. It's no, it's super important when you're playing for coaching a team that could win one and hasn't won one in a long time. So it's this guy is positive, but he's also is showing his insecurity at the same time, because he's gotten Spurs far, but you have to believe all the way to get them the rest of the way. And this is why I'm glad Solskjaer's doing the job that he's doing at Man U, so that we as a team can stop considering Pochettino as a potential to replace Solskjaer. So, because I don't want a guy who's going to make excuses. He shouldn't be making statements like that. He should say, there's a bunch of things. We have as good a chance as anybody. How about that? We're going to try to. We're going to give it our all. Not, I don't see us winning it. What? You got players in the locker room. And I know this could be something you could just be saying into the press, and then when you go in the locker room, you could be saying something different. But I just need the coach to be confident on the outside as he is on the inside. As confident outside the locker room as he is inside the locker room, so that the players don't let themselves off the hook. You just can't let people off the hook. I'm a hard-working guy until somebody gives me a compliment, and I'm like, shit, I did it. And then I'll take a few weeks off until I bomb, and they're like, shit, I got to work hard again. So you might have Spurs players like me in your locker room who need to hear, we need to keep pushing. So this is why I don't think Pochettino, even though he's a good coach, he's not an elite coach. All right. And also, Pochettino is playing Champions League this week, right? Midweek. So they have to play Borussia Dortmund. So this is another thing Pochettino said. So Pochettino hits out over Tottenham's massive disadvantage. So this massive disadvantage he's talking about, he said, Pochettino has complained bitterly about Tottenham's lack of preparation time for their Champions League second leg at Borussia Dortmund on Tuesday night. This guy is saying, my team played on Sunday. We only have 2 days to prepare, 1 day for recovery, and then we go to Dortmund and play them on Tuesday. But every team that's an elite team during the season has these issues, and you're either going to win or you're not. You can't make excuses. This shit has been this way for so long. And then you're making excuses again, especially when you beat Borussia Dortmund 3-0 at home. You have a 3-goal advantage. And if you score at least half an away goal, it gives you even more of an advantage. So why are you making excuses for how badly your team might perform when they haven't even, the game hasn't even been played yet? Like, the greatest coaches in the history of football have had short turnarounds and short recovery times. You can't be the excuse guy. Like, I prefer, I don't like excuses, but I prefer a person to make excuses after shit went wrong, not before. Like, what are you, a pre-excuser? Like, what the fuck is going on here, Pochettino?